What's up, guys? I'm here with my friend Nick Cordoba. Welcome to being Steve. And how you been, Nick? What you been up to lately?
Since the last time I talked to you, which was in Buckhead, like a year ago.
A year ago.
So much, bro.
That was that was in the fall.
It was in the fall,
That was in the
but
fall.
it was
You
in
said
2018. That's
Sure.
a year.
That's not a year. That's like last year, but not a year.
Last year, you're right. But yeah, I was looking at the thing you sent me. Catch back up. That might be like the whole thing because, bro, since 2018, since fall semester, it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Tell me.
Oh man, so much has happened. Where do I even start?
Well, okay. So you go to Georgia State, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's your major?
I'm a marketing and business major.
Okay, cool. So, like what are your plans after college exactly? Like, what exactly are you looking to do with marketing?
Being so young, you get like a lot of open doors. So like, I'm still trying to. I mean, I know like what I want to do, but like, there's so many options right now.
Sure.
I was thinking about law school because I took my business law class.
Okay.
That was really fun. And
I've heard about that class,
The
even
business law?
though I'm not anywhere near that. Like, I've heard about it.
because people like it, or
Like some people, like a lot of people, I heard they like it.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. And now like, be arguing with my friends on about everything business related, thinking I know everything, even though it was like one
You've always
class.
been that person to like argue.
Someone else told me that the other day. Someone I worked with, because I was debating a thing about stereotypes, and he's like, "You're always trying to debate. Like, what's up with that?" And I took this personality test. Debater. That's what it told me I was. I'm like,
Pretty
"Oh,
much.
shit." Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty spot on. I really do argue about everything."
I mean, I can argue about things, but if I don't see a point in arguing about things, then
Yeah, true.
Then I'm just like,
True.
whatever. I could care less. Like
Yeah.
if it's not going to benefit anything, like it's not going anywhere, like there's no point in arguing.
Yeah, true. True.
But yeah. So, what have you been working on lately? Like what year are you in right now?
I'm a sophomore because I took a gap year
Okay.
after my senior year in high school.
Okay, so you're in like some 2,000, some 1,000 classes.
Yeah,
like, between
yeah.
those two.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'm working 3 jobs because I'm so broke right now being in college. Because I don't want to ask my parents for money. Like, they said they'd give me money to help me out, but I was like, no.
Yeah.
Because my brother does that. My oldest brother, Jacob.
And you just see
It's
that.
so messed up. He called me and he's like, why don't you just ask mom for money? He's like, I got plenty of money, but I still ask mom for money just to put it in my savings.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if you know how messed up that is, but it's pretty terrible. And so I was like, I'm not ever gonna ask my parents for money. Like, that's the goal.
See, yes, I'm not necessarily paying for it all right now, but I have loans.
Yeah.
And they're in my name. So it's like, I'm eventually going to have to pay for that myself.
Yeah.
It's not like, parents give me money. No. Like, they may give me, like, $100 here, $100 there. Like, okay, here's something nice. But other than that, it's like, yeah, you're paying for your college.
Yeah.
But also, I have maybe, I used to have hope, but I lost hope, sadly. But, now I just have one scholarship through my dad. He was in the military. So.
Oh yeah, I heard about that scholarship.
Yeah, so like I get maybe $2,500 a semester, but like that covers like most of my tuition. But then I have expenses of living, and then apartment. Like that's the part that adds up.
Yes. And then I made the mistake of getting a credit card.
See, I have a credit card.
I
spent way too much. I spent way too much. And then. But the thing is, I had to end up like just paying it off with a loan because I was like, okay, I don't have to pay for my loan until later. But this credit card needs to be paid now.
Have you talked to like your credit card company, like try to tell them like, yo, it's been tough for me. Like it's like a tough conversation, but those guys are like really, really nice. Like my guy was like, oh yeah, I mean,
like if you're human, you understand.
Yeah, he was so nice. He's like, I was in college too, man. It gets so much better. It gets better, bro. I promise you. I was like,
yes,
it's like I just at the same time. I was like, thanks, man.
I just pictured this time when I finally get out of college. I'm like, I'd rather be going to work and earning money and doing something that I love versus like, oh, I'm taking this course that I could care less about, but then I have this other course that I like, but then it's like in college I feel like there's unnecessary classes. It's like they're necessary, but also it's not necessarily going towards the major. Like I understand poli-sci, like it's understandable that you need to know about.
That's what I'm taking right now.
Yeah, like you need to understand.
I love the class. Which is
yeah, it's a great class, but also when you look at it, like for me, I'm an engineering major. You wouldn't necessarily use that, so it's like, like history class. I've been learning history for how many years now?
Yeah,
like 13 plus years. Like,
it's just for that extra money.
Like it doesn't change really. Like they may add more detail into it, but other than that, like I know the basis of what history is.
Yeah, I don't get it. Everybody knows college is a scam. Like everybody says that.
Yeah.
But no one like really acts on it.
The thing is, college is, I won't say that it's necessarily a scam because you need college in order to, because that's what companies look for. They look for the degree. But some of them, they're like, okay, like you have the degree, but then what's your experience? Like experience is everything. It's everything.
No, what's everything is getting to like that one person that gets you in that door.
That's true.
Listen,
that is true.
I've been Lyft driving, which sucks, honestly, but it's kind of cool because like you meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
And everyone I met, like every older person, like, yeah, I don't even use my college degree. Like I just know somebody that got me this job now, and I was like, you're really making me want to drop out.
That's usually.
It's really sad because like this guy
it's
was
all like okay. Like, of course, you gotta know somewhat of what you're doing, but the main thing is, who do you know?
Yeah. Once you get them in that door, like, you just learn the day-to-day, and then I feel like it'd just be...
Because, like, okay, this is how I'll see it. You have the people that graduate out of college with little to no experience. Then you have the people that graduate out of college with experience. Then you have the people that graduate out of college with that knows this person that has some experience, like that trumps everything.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing to me how who goes so far.
This doesn't go for like doctors.
Doctors like it does not matter.
You gotta go to college.
Yeah, you're going to college
please.
For sure. like if you're working on me, like you're up there cutting me up, like please go to college.
Yes.
I need you to have at least 10 years of experience.
Yes. Bro, I went to the doctor, that was like winter break. I went to the doctor winter break because something was wrong with me. And they gave me this medicine. Listen to this. The lady was like, you can't drink for 2 weeks. And this was my birthday, my 21st birthday weekend, New Year's Eve weekend. And I was like, straight up, lady, it's just not gonna happen.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And so she gave me medicine. I drank on it, of course.
Oh, God.
Like literally the day after she gave it to me. And then, I thought I had Crohn's disease for like the longest time, and which was actually really like it sounds bad, but I lost 12 pounds on that bitch, and I was like, Crohn's disease is kind of because spring break was coming up, and I was like, I fucked with Crohn's disease. I'm losing all this weight, and but no, I went back to the doctor, and they're like, no, you're fine, and then all my symptoms let up, and I was like, then I started gaining my weight back, and I was like, no,
it's like alcohol. Yes, alcohol cured me.
I don't know what it was. That was the craziest time of my life so far this year. That it was like a month and a half. Like everything I ate. Just wasn't it. My body just wouldn't digest it. It was crazy.
So like basically you just had this food sitting.
No, not sitting. It just come right back up.
Okay.
Out the other end.
Oh, okay. So it's like it didn't take it in. It didn't take in anything.
No, and it was cool because I was eating and I felt full.
It was almost like high metabolism.
It was almost like bulimia at this point. And like I hate to say that, but dude, I lost a lot of weight on it. I was eating whatever I wanted. And my friends were actually jealous of me. Like,
it's like it's pretty cool, but also it's not good. It's not healthy.
I was like, this can't be healthy for me. But like, let's just try to see how long we can stretch this out.
Yeah.
Which is a terrible mindset to have. But that's me, man. I like to fail a couple times to realize, like, this isn't good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that happened, and that was like pretty much the most eventful thing. Besides me working 3 jobs, Lyft driving.
Yeah.
Lyft driving's pretty fun though. What have you been up to? Are you still in that frat?
I took the semester off. I went inactive. But for the most part, it was really good. Met a lot of new people. Had a lot of opportunities. But that's pretty much it as far as the frat. But I've been just basically on a routine. Like, I've been getting into the habit of waking up early. At the latest 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
At the latest. Like, usually I would wake up at
What time do you go to bed?
I would usually go to bed anywhere from 12 to 1.
And you wake up at 6.
Yes.
That's
like the thing is, I would basically go hard all week long. I would get a break on Saturday. Like, I will sleep in on Saturday, but it's not like, oh, Saturday is my off day. Like, I'm still working on Saturday, working on some homework, working on the company that I started, something. Like, there's always something to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, no matter what, I'm busy. Here, go. But like, that's what drives me, because it's like the whole process of, like, okay, I'm basically like struggling. Like, I love that feeling of like struggle right before you finally break. Like, it's almost like a high.
For real?
Yeah, because it's like, you know, that feeling like, oh, you've been struggling with this for so long, and then it finally works.
Yes.
Out. Like, I love that feeling.
I want to chase that feeling now. Actually, that sounds good. I need to start waking up at 6 a.m.
Like, it sounds like it sounds bad, but once you start getting into that routine, like, you wake up, like, the way that you start your day determines the rest of your day. So you wake up early, you take a moment to yourself, you go take a shower or something, like, wake up, read a book, like, read a little bit, and, like, say that you read for 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And then, so this is how it goes for me. I wake up, I will sit there and basically listen to motivational video, like, what I hear for the first, like, maybe 10, 20 minutes of my day. That's my mindset for the day.
Yeah.
So I listen to motivational music, pretty much like meditation. And then what I'll do, I'll go take a shower, come back, read a little bit. I'm currently reading Gary Vee's Crushing It. Yeah, I'm currently reading that, and you know, like, that's what I do. Then right after that, I'll go eat, and, like, of course, a healthy breakfast, like something healthy. And
You had a McDonald's cup right there.
that is just a drink.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can't beat $1.
You can't.
You can't beat $1.
Wait, was that a sweet tea?
No.
I fucks with McDonald's sweet teas now.
Sweet tea's good. Like, I've been trying to stray away from sweet tea though.
Yeah, I haven't had it in a while. It's like a treat for me.
Yeah, like, I try to stray away from it, but
anyway, you eat a healthy breakfast.
yeah. Then after that, I go to class, whatever, and then in between classes, like, I may have an hour or two. Sometimes I'll have as much as like 5 hours between the class, and then I'll just work on schoolwork. And once I get schoolwork done, then I'll just move on to my daily post or something. And that's been a struggle for me lately, because, like, I've been bogged down by schoolwork so much lately, and I try my best. That's why I'll, like, stay up later than 12 or 1 sometimes, because I'm like, okay, I gotta get this post ready, because I use this app called Buffer to post for the next day, so I don't have to think about posting. So yeah, I would set that up that night, and it'll post the next day. And yeah, that's pretty much how my days go. Like, my days, nothing too spectacular, but it gets the job done.
Busy.
It's very
like
busy.
A grown man.
Very busy, gets the job done. Like, I have this task, and that's, like, there's this end goal of what I want.
Yeah.
And so I know what I need to do to get that end goal.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't, like, of course there's times I'm just like, am I doing the right thing? Am I, like, am I meant for this? And and like I just second guess a lot, and I'm just like.
So what is your company like? What is it all about?
Okay, so the company as of right now is just tech based. We're just about IT support, just basic technology, uh, technology, not support, but solutions.
Yeah.
So, say that a person has a problem with their computer, we can fix it from our computer through your computer without having to actually come there in person, pretty much. And
have you had any like clients yet?
Yes, I've had a couple, not a lot, because.
Well, yeah, it's just starting out.
Yeah, it's just starting up, but.
That's good that you have like, even a couple.
Like, but like my main thing that I want to do is start getting into like working for businesses. That way, I have a permanent client that constantly needs like this tech support, or because we also do like not cybersecurity, but like network security, so we can like ensure that your like database or like your network systems are secure, like with file transfers and everything, because secure file transfers are very like they're needed for like shipping and what else, like I'm trying to think of examples because I know shipping is one, and like just personal information.
Yeah.
Because say that a company has your social security, you don't want anybody to be able to get into there and hack your system or whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much what the company does right now. But the company has a lot more to come. There's so much more to come. Like a lot of ideas that I have that I'm not putting into effect yet because it's not to that point. But there's a lot to come out of this company.
What's the end goal?
The end goal is basically to impact the world, change the way of living.
Nice. That's a big end goal.
Yes, like I'm talking like
countrywide, worldwide.
So I'm saying like transportation, pollution, space exploration, a lot of things. Like I'm just like there's so many things I just don't have enough time to put it into words. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of ideas. I try to write down some, but
you gotta write down them all.
Like it's all in my head.
At my house, crazy. I have like this corkboard,
and
just anytime I get an idea, sticky note on the corkboard, or anytime I learn something new, sticky note on the corkboard, and there's just a bunch of sticky notes everywhere. But like I go to it, anytime I like need some motivation or something.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's the way to go. You always gotta have some. And when I worked for the advertising company back in Albany, they always made me keep like a notebook on me because you get the best ideas at like the most random times.
Yes. See, I get most of my ideas at night. I get most of my ideas whenever I'm just sitting in my room by myself. I sit there and I'm like, wow, I just had an idea. I just had that great. Like sometimes I'm like, that's a crazy ass idea. But
you sound like Elon.
But the thing is, if you have a crazy idea, so what? Like, every idea was crazy until somebody actually did it.
That's true.
So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, anybody that says, oh, that's crazy, oh, that's never going to work, I don't care.
Yeah, you should.
I don't care. Like, opinions are like, I don't know. Like, opinions to me do not matter.
Yeah, they really are irrelevant.
What somebody thinks about what I do.
Because they're not seeing what you're seeing.
No, they're not. Like, you can't see what I see.
Yeah.
And half of the time, that's why they are where they are. Because of their like mindset. Like, instead of being like, oh, that's not going to work, say like, oh, I don't know how it's going to work, but okay, like,
yeah,
like you can't just doubt somebody's vision. Like, no.
Imagine if we doubted Copernicus's vision or Galileo. We wouldn't even probably be where we are. Space exploration today, or
exactly.
I mean, it's crazy to even think like that.
That's why it takes special people to actually like go because think about it like this. There's so many people that there's so many ideas that go to the graveyard that never happen.
So many.
That could have happened but it didn't because they didn't chase it. Like, you have to understand, like, you have these setbacks and everything, but that's what distinguishes people from other people. Whenever you have a setback, you can't just give up. Like, there is always a way. That's what you have to have in your head. There's always a way, no matter what. It doesn't matter if it seems like there is no way. Just because it seems that way doesn't mean there isn't.
This is not the same Steve I was talking to in Buckhead. Dude, you are on a different level right now. You're on big things. That's crazy. Who was that kid in Buckhead? You were like, he went to our high school, and I was like, I don't even know.
Oh, you're talking about Chris.
Chris?
Chris.
It's so weird, like, seeing people from high school, because it was such a big school, and, like, I don't...
Yeah.
It sucks to say, but I don't remember. Like,
like, there's a lot of people that were, like, significantly popular. I can't remember their name completely. I'm like, I kind of remember the face, but, like, the name, I don't recall.
I maybe remember, like, 20 people from high school.
Yeah. That's still, like... That's
and it's
just
weird seeing them out in public because, like, we clearly don't know each other's names.
Yeah.
Like, he or she doesn't know my name, and I'm like, oh, hey. It's just really, really, really weird.
I mean, like, it's just the reality of things. Once high school is over,
Should we even say hey to people we know in high school? Like, if we see them at Walmart or something, you know what I'm saying? Or do you, like, try to avoid that?
I mean, I don't try to avoid it. Like, if they see me and we make eye contact and I can tell that they obviously remember my face or whatever.
That's a hard face to forget. You know what I'm saying?
I mean...
I'll give them, like, a head nod or something,
yeah.
like, if they're, like, making eye contact with me. But half the time, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because half of the people that I used to talk to in high school...
The only person...
I don't talk to anybody out of high school anymore. That's the crazy thing. I don't talk to anybody.
I really want to know what you... I don't know if you know him, but Lash Faircloth?
Mm-hmm.
Really quiet guy. But I've always, like, really liked those kind of quiet people. I
No,
wonder what he's doing. You know what I'm talking about?
Like, quiet people usually are...
I wonder if he's on to something.
That's the thing, like, I've always been that quiet type of person, so
No.
I'll just...
You were pretty sick back in high school.
No, whenever I came to college, like, I was just a quiet type, like, I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Whatever. I just sit back and observe a lot of things.
Yeah.
And people are like, like, he doesn't talk much, blah, 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 like...
And then low-key, you're on big things.
I'm just like... I don't talk much because I sit back and observe, like... Wise people sit back and observe and listen. That's what I always thought. Because you sit back and observe, you notice everything, you start... Like, your thoughts are more clear the less you talk.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like, okay, if I sat here and just listened, yes, I may be talking in my head, but I'm not speaking anything, so all these thoughts are building up, and I'm taking in everything that...
How are you going to let those thoughts out? That sounds like something...
That's the thing, all those thoughts are not valid thoughts, so... that's why you don't talk before you think.
You think before you talk. That makes sense. That only makes sense, duh. But, yeah, I don't even know what to say. I feel like I talk so much now. I'm trying to figure out if I'm like the guy in class that talks a lot. But no, there's no way. I'm pretty quiet in my classes too. When those lecture halls, like, no one really talks. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when a teacher asks a question, it's kind of sad. He, like, asks a question to the class and nobody answers. We all just sit there.
Well, half the time I don't actually understand or know. I'm just like, obviously nobody in the class understands, so explain. Once you explain, maybe we can understand.
Yeah.
As simple as that. Like, if I'm sitting there asking a question and nobody's saying anything, I'm not going to sit there for a solid minute, like, staring at everybody like, no, I'm going to explain what's going on.
Yeah, that's how my astronomy professor was. He would sit there until someone answered him. And I'm like, dude, no one knows what you're talking about.
No.
He was like an elderly guy, and I think he was kind of losing it, to be honest. Like, you could tell, like, oh god, part of his brain is gone.
Yeah.
And he would ask questions, no one would know, and we would sit there 2 minutes, and he'd just be laughing. I'm like, dude, this is not the way to go. Like, we're all failing your class, buddy. You should teach us. I think the only way I got through that class is what is those called? The little student professors.
Teacher assistants.
Teacher assistant, yeah, TAs. He really helped me through it, and like my labs got me through a good B+ in that class.
Yeah.
Thank God. But yeah, that's how college is, man. I think they should just. Sorry to say it, but like on Rate My Professor, even his grade was like a 1.7, I think. And like if you see that in your university, you gotta let that go. Like if I was like a president of that university and I saw one of my professors a 1.7 out of 5, like I'm sorry, dude, but like that's your education you're paying for, and a 1.7, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's
like if you have a bad professor, you go and Rate My Professor.
Yeah, I do that before I even pick my professor. I'm like,
it's mandatory.
I'm not picking this professor.
I wonder if some professors go on there and like read stuff about them.
Oh, they do.
For sure.
They do.
That's kind of sad. I feel bad for my astronomy professor now because there were some savage things in there.
I mean,
students be saying, like, one lady said, "I wish I got in a car wreck on the way to work so I wouldn't have to go to this class." I was like, dang. She'd rather be hospitalized than go to this man's lecture.
I mean, criticism, there's no bad criticism. It's all about how tough you are mentally about it. Like, okay, yeah, she said that, but that shouldn't affect how you perform and how he goes about his day. Like, yes, it's sad and everything, but oh well, nobody feel that. This is the number one thing that I say to myself. When I feel bad for myself or feel bad about myself, I'm like, no one cares. Like, no one cares. Like, get over it.
Your close friends, your family care.
Like yes, but only to an extent. I'm like, nobody's gonna help me but me. Like, like me sitting here and feeling sorry for myself isn't gonna do anything.
Yeah, when I get in like in those moods, you know, that you go through college, like why am I here kind of moods. Yeah. I don't tell anybody, and I don't really talk to anybody either because I'm like, I have to get through this myself. Like, no one can help me find out why I'm here. Yeah. But that's the thing.
That's a you problem. Like, they have their own problems to figure out.
Yeah. That's something
this is on me.
I mean, I've pretty much always known like everybody else has problems, but and I don't even like sharing my problems with my friends because I know everybody's got something going on.
Well, I see it this way too. Like, you can talk about your problems, but don't let it consume you.
Yeah.
That's like criticism. Don't let it consume you. Like, okay, yes, take it in and learn from it, but don't let it
control what you're doing. I know exactly what you mean. Yesterday at work, I criticized the owner of the restaurant.
Oh, God.
Yes, it was a scare. My heart was beating because I knew it had to be said, but I was like, I'm about to speak out against the owner. This guy's signing my bills. Dude did the most disrespectful thing.
What?
He got a drill, and every time I try to talk, he would just drill a table. He was like, I'd be like, I don't really agree. He'd be like, zzz, and I'd wait for him to stop drilling, and he'd be like, oh, sorry, go on. And I'd start talking again, drill. Wow. Is that the most disrespectful thing ever?
That's the thing. It doesn't matter how.
Such a power move, though.
Yeah, like, somebody on a power trip, that's the craziest thing. I'm like, really? Like,
oh, yeah.
What, were you bullied in high school or something? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't understand, like, okay, yeah, you have power or whatever, but I don't see the person as, like, the head should be like, over everybody. Like, instead of over them, like, right alongside them, leading them.
Yes, that's how it should be.
Yes, that's what a real leader is, like.
Yeah, he was not listening to the opinions of others at all. Yes. He straight up drilled that table. And I would wait, it was weird. I'd wait for him to stop, and then he'd stop and say, "Go on," and just start drilling again. So disrespectful.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. Like other people heard me, and they're like, "Good observation, good criticism." But yeah, he was not having it. But it was just cool to speak out to my owner. Like that's not something you do ever. Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, I did that." And my heart was beating on my chest, and my hands were shaking and sweaty. But hey,
that's the number one gateway to anything great. You have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. That's the only way that you can grow.
Yeah.
Like, you can't grow, you can't become better if you don't push yourself to new extents. If you just keep on doing the same thing over and over. Just take weightlifting, for example. If you keep on doing 135, you're not going to get to a higher weight. Like, you're just not going to do it.
I needed that because I've straight up been doing 50 push-ups every day and calling it.
See, like
you have to up it. You have to up it. At 52 every day. Up it. I was wondering why I wasn't getting big, like I was back in high school. But now I know. And the gym is always so crowded. I don't know how your gym is here.
So we have 2 gyms. So
wow.
We have the one in Kennesaw, and we have the one here in
Marietta. Oh yeah, you got those 2 campuses.
Yeah, so the one in Marietta isn't always full.
Yeah.
So I usually come to this one.
Was this like a different? You know how Albany State is now? Like it used to be dark. Yeah. Was this a different college too?
Yes, this was Southern Poly, but then they consolidated with Kennesaw, and so now just made one mega college.
I think that's what Georgia State did with Perimeter too.
Yeah, so it's like.
Do you like it here?
Oh yeah, it's like the staff and everything. My advisor, I love them all. Like, my advisor is like my second mom. My advisor is like my second. She like I go into her office. She's like, close the door. I'm like, okay.
Oh.
I'm like, okay.
What does that mean? Close the door. What y'all talk about in there? Can't be discussed.
Well, I mean, like she's just like, oh, so how are you doing in school? Blah 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 blah. And if I'm messing up,
she's on you.
Yeah, she's on me.
Seems nice. That's how it should be.
Yeah, like I'd rather somebody be brutally honest with me than like,
oh,
it's okay. No, don't tell me it's okay if it's not okay.
Yeah, I hate being babied like that. I'd rather you just tell me straight up I suck.
Yeah, like tell me that I'm flunking. I'm straight up flunking. Like tell me that I'm doing horrible.
Please. Yeah, that'll make me more motivated than you telling me.
Don't tell me that I'm okay, because if I'm like, oh, I'm okay, I'm going to go home and sit around for a little
while.
No, tell me that I'm doing bad.
I'm going to do the same thing I'm doing if you're saying it's okay. But now you're telling me I'm failing.
Yeah.
Dang. That's good to have an advisor like that. I straight up, I've been to my advisor maybe 3 times, and it's been a different guy every time. It's weird.
See, I have the same one.
I like that. Yeah. I'm supposed to have the same one, some guy named Jose. And it just never happened. I was like, are you Jose? Like, each time I ask, are you Jose? No. Jose. But yeah.
So, what's your opinion on the government shutdown and the wall?
Oh,
because, like, the government shutdown is over now. So,
yeah.
And everything. So
Thank God.
Like, yeah. But what did you think about it?
You know, I try not to get into politics that much.
Same, but I'm just like... It's
something that's gonna be brought up for sure. I think the wall, impossible.
like if you think about it, how many like supposedly they're talking about the drugs coming in from Mexico. Like, okay, do you not realize that most of the drugs that come into the United States usually come from ship, from plane?
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, it's not that wall's not going to do anything really.
I thought the wall, when he was running for president, I thought the wall was like a metaphorically thing. Which I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. Like, yeah, a wall, like, stop illegal immigration, yes. And then I found out he was actually trying to build a wall, and I was like,
what?
I was like, no. Like, that's a lot of money too. How much is it?
Like billions. $5 billion.
Yeah, that's
that's think about how many people could get paid off of that though.
Yeah,
that's like really, and then the fact that he shut down the government just because he couldn't get his wall. Nobody else cared about this wall really, but him.
I know, and then other people started.
Basically, it was like he threw a fit. I was like, "Are you serious? Like you're supposed to be." This is why the rest of the world laughs at us.
You know, no one wanted that wall until he said something. It's like kind of like a new car. Like, you don't really need a new car, but if someone's like suggesting a new car, you're gonna be like, yeah, I want a new car. But like, nobody before nobody was like, let's build a wall. Yeah, no one was like, let's build a wall. But then all of a sudden he's like, let's build a wall, and everyone was like, yes, we should build a wall. I thought we already had like a nice fence, like a large fence.
Well, not necessarily, because there's portions where like you
cut off.
Yeah, you can just walk.
Yeah, but I feel like with our technology getting so advanced, like you got UAVs flying around the border now. My brother does not air traffic controlling, but like he's a UAV operator, and he's told me he caught people at the border. I don't know if I was supposed to share that with you, but
you're like, I don't know, but okay.
But he told me like, yeah, they just fly drones around to make sure that no one's crossing the border, and I
mean like that makes sense. I mean,
yeah, I mean if we got that kind of technology, duh.
Makes sense to use it.
And like you should stop illegal immigration at all costs, but well, maybe not at all costs. Maybe not at this $5 billion. I feel like there's
that's a lot of food.
I feel like there's better solutions than a wall.
Like,
did you see that GoFundMe that raised like millions of dollars?
I was like, wow.
And then they made another GoFundMe. It was a GoFundMe for ladders that would go over the wall, and that raised like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Then they made another GoFundMe for mines for the ladders, and that one also made thousands of dollars. Isn't that crazy?
That's
like college tuition money was going towards mines. Like that's not even possible. But like that's how much
that money can help a lot of people.
That's how controversial this wall is.
Yeah.
Like how many people are for and against it. Like it's crazy.
But like the whole fact that we shut down the government because of he didn't get his wall was just
I don't.
Not in my eyes. That was really childish.
It
was childish in a sense. It was like a kid that didn't get the lollipop that they wanted from the store, so they decided to throw it to him.
Yeah, I don't even really try to pay attention to Trump. My roommate's really liberal, so I hear it all from her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to even get. I really don't even get opinions from the right anymore, which I'd really like to do. Is like I like to get both sides of the story.
Yeah.
But as far as I can see, that's exactly what it was, and it's sad that that's our president. But what do we got? Like one more year?
Yeah.
You think he's gonna get reelected?
I want to say no, but...
Well, we didn't think he was going to get elected in the first place.
Yeah, so I'm just like, it's a toss-up. It really is.
That silent majority, they're out there.
Yeah.
Those closeted Republicans. Like, you think they're your friends, and they're talking about Bernie Sanders in front of you. Next thing they know, in the voting booth, they're voting Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not a bad thing, but there's people out there like that. But yeah, I try not to get into politics because I know how touchy of a subject. I feel like we're so soft. Like, but you know how you're saying about opinions, like you shouldn't get offended by.
Yeah, that's another
politics.
Thing about
you talk to someone about it.
They get so.
It's so sad, and I feel like I saw when that sensitivity started happening.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it started. I hate to say it, but like with our generation, like that class of 2016, but I feel like we started getting sensitive.
No, that's the thing about America today. Everybody's so sensitive. Like, what happened? What happened? Like, it's like you say one little thing that was offensive. Like,
I saw something that was like gender reveals are now considered transphobic.
Oh my god!
And I was like, dude, come on. I don't have a problem with trans people, but gender reveals, like, it's just fun.
Like,
and you're just taking that away from people.
Like, really, like,
because you're being soft on it.
Yeah, like just.
You can't joke anymore. Comedians getting in trouble. Comedians like Kevin Hart had to drop out. What was it, the Grammys, the Oscars?
Yeah.
Because of his jokes from
years
ago.
Literally, he apologized for it already.
Years ago too.
And they want like. What?
And the thing with Brother Nature, where they pulled up like his middle school Hitler jokes.
Yeah.
Who didn't make jokes about Hitler in middle school? Like, I went through my Facebook. Dude, if I ever got famous, I'm done.
You just have to delete that account. Just delete it.
I do. I had to just... But they'll find a way. There are people out there that'll find a way to pull up my old posts.
Like, people... Like, some people, they just like to troll, too. So it's like... They'll just try to find any little thing...
Yeah.
To, like, mess you up. It's like, okay, whatever. Like, that's why I've just developed that sense of, like, I don't care about what people say because I'm like, they're going to talk anyway, so I'm just like...
Yeah, and everybody's got like their own opinions, so I'm just like, and you can't really change, especially with political things, like you're not going to change someone's opinion on that. That's how they're raised. Yeah. That's something they've been put on since birth. And you can yell at them all you want or tell them that they're a bad person, but that's not going to change. And you just got to accept that.
What I do, I just look at my current situation and whatever helps my current situation the most, that's it. That's it.
Like, if you're just a good person and you raise your kids to be good people and then they raise it, like, and everybody just does that, like, what's the problem? Like, the world should be a better place.
No, did you ever hear about the whole... Okay, this is a different topic, but, like, did you ever hear about the whole, like, Obamacare and Medicare, the new Medicare?
No.
Okay. No, so, like, somebody was like, which one do you, like... better, the Obamacare or the Medicare? And they're like, of course the Medicare, the new Medicare. It's the same thing.
That's so funny.
I'm like, you just didn't like it because they had Obama in it. Like, really?
I've seen those videos.
Like, really? Like, that? Those are the people that are not informed. I'm like, are you serious?
About the wall thing,
Yeah.
or the government shutdown when Cardi B spoke on that, and everyone was like, yes, Cardi B. But the rapper Cardi B that talks about drugs and pussy and all this shit.
Well, also, like, think about this too.
We're making her credible on this source.
Think about her degree though, because she does have a degree.
What's her degree in?
I forgot what it was, but like it was she actually is educated on certain things. That's the crazy part. Like at first I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I like Cardi B, whatever. But then like they're like, yeah, like she actually has some knowledge about this stuff. I'm like, okay. The thing is, but her career doesn't allow her to like be political.
Yeah. But I feel like if you have a platform like that, then yeah, use it. Like LeBron.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm not gonna get mad at y'all for using it, but I don't know. I just don't see Cardi B as being like smart. And that sucks to say, but I didn't even know she had a degree until now. Maybe it's just the way she talks or holds herself.
Like, that's the thing. It's just how she holds herself. You're like, oh, she's uneducated, but yeah, in reality, that's why you never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, you're right. That might be, I guess. I'll have to look into that, though.
Yeah. But, so, we were talking earlier about, like, you joining Alt Incorporated.
Oh, yes.
So, you say that you want to get into like the marketing aspect and like social media for the company. So what exactly do you think you can bring to the table? Like, you said that you had some experience before.
Oh yeah, I worked at this place in Albany. I ran like all the social media for the town for a while, and it was pretty fun. It was pretty easy actually. I ran like maybe 8 accounts, and just posted maybe twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd have to sit at like this round table and give out our ideas and stuff like that. And I always like came with like the original ideas, you know, like some creative stuff. But they would like want to go online and look at like other people's commercials and then just kind of bite off of that.
Like that only goes so far. That's
yeah.
Like whenever you're advertising and everything. You have to bring originality.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be something memorable because if people are like, oh, they just copied like this or this concept, like it's not going to be as memorable as something that's completely original.
Yeah, I threw an idea at them one time and they straight up just thought I was joking, but it was like such a great idea. Mm-hmm. I thought, and I told other people, and they're like, yeah, that is a good idea.
That's the thing, like getting not necessarily getting opinion from them, but like. People in the outside world. Like.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like my close friends, because I know my close friends are going to support me no matter what. And so I didn't really want to ask them, because I was like, oh, they're just going to say
like, in a situation like that, I would want somebody that will give me the cold hard truth, like, do you like this or not?
Like, actually, come to think of it, my close friends would probably roast me to death if it was bad.
Yeah, see, I have a close friend like that.
Yeah.
She'll literally tell me, like, that's stupid.
Collins Tinsley would probably fight me if I ever came with something stupid. Like, he'd, like, buck at me, you know? How he does, like, you're stupid, bro. Like,